Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Eustace Pharmer, and as always I hope you're doing well today. I'd like to welcome you to episode 5 of our Iron Horse Farm Let's Play series. And I think at this point, because so many other new and wonderful maps have come out, I would really like to have a chance to play at least some of them before Farming Simulator 17 comes out in October. So that's going to be released October 27th, and I'm going to start recording that as soon as I have it in my grubby little hands. So another reason is I do love this map. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But I'm already doing a Let's Play series on Gelvin Valley, and I find that Gelvin Valley is very comparable to this map, so I would like to continue on in Gelvin Valley, and I'd also like to bring you Thornton Farm. So I hope you will enjoy those two Let's Play series and continue to watch. So yeah, I'm just finishing up some cultivating here, and then I'll do some seeding, and I'll check back in with you, and you can see me doing a little bit of the seeding and the spraying, and then we'll go ahead and get right down to harvesting. So this is rye that I'm putting in. I thought it'd be a little different and interesting. Let me go ahead and get that little spot there now. Yeah, see, one thing I didn't anticipate when I was preparing and bringing all my equipment down here like a good little farmer was that it would get in the way. There we go. So one tip that one of my very nice subscribers, Andre, in episode 2 of Iron Horse Farm, he brought up a very interesting point. He noticed that I was going around the field first, and then I was going up and down, or just I continued to go around. And he pointed out that that's not really the way it's done in real life, and that I should be going up and down first, and then the untouched portion of the fields at the head and the foot, and even some on the sides, would be done last, so you're not rolling over your work. And man, is that just like perfect common sense. And it didn't quite click at first. And then, you know, one day the light bulb went on and I was like, oh man, yes, Andre, you're absolutely right. So here we are, Andre. That's what I'm doing. I went up and down the entire field, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the headland last. And although I'm going to come down the side here and I have to run over some that I've already done, I'll have the cultivator behind me going, so that way, you know, I can fix anything that I've already ruined. I also have my dual wheels on because from what I understand by talking to some of the local farmers here where I live, it does really reduce making ruts and compaction of the soil, because it more evenly distributes the weight of the vehicle. So I try to be diligent about putting on my dual wheels when I'm plowing and cultivating. But yeah, I think this is an absolutely beautiful map. It's a great map to play. But I also need to donate some time to some of the newer stuff that's come out, because it seems like that's what a lot of people would prefer seeing, and I would too. I don't blame you. So I'd like to be able to give you guys content that you would like to see and you look forward to seeing. I hope I'm kind of doing that now, but I would certainly like to enhance my channel and improve upon that. All right. Let's zoom out a little bit more. You can get a gander. So I think what I'll do here with this little tricky part is we'll stop here and we'll go down the edge, and then I'll just come back and fix up what I've hit already. So yes, Andre, don't shake your head. I know I'm not doing a perfect job, but I'm trying my darndest. And even though the hedges are clippable, I try not to, because I know in real life I wouldn't do that, so. Let's see if I can swing her around now. I do think we might have it with maybe just another minor adjustment. If I don't, don't want to clip the tree. All right, let's put her down here. Kind of stay close to this side here. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to turn around with the cultivator going. There we are. And now for the final pass, I think it is. All right. I'm going to move over a bit because I already know I'll get stuck on the equipment down there. So this particular Lemkin cultivator looks just like the one that's offered by Giants in-game, although this is actually a mod. And if you like it, I will leave a link down in the description for you. The one that's offered in-game by Giants is a 12-meter working width. This is an 18. So it really does help and make a big difference when you're doing big fields. And it's still pretty easy, especially for its size, to wrangle and turn around and maneuver. So I like that a lot. Okay. And we'll fold it up. And it would be nice, you know, what I would do in the future is, and you'll see when I'm on Galvin Valley, I kind of increase the grass headland around the field. So especially like at times like this at the end of the job, I can drive on the grass and not on the field. So, okay. So let's go ahead and put this aside for now. This is a secondary road, so I don't think I'll be bothering anybody if I park along the side here. There we go. And I'll pull up just in case we have other equipment to line up down here. Excellent. Okay. Put on our parking brake. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the seed machine set up, and then I will check back with you when I've made a little progress. So see you in a moment. All right, so we're just about half done here. Maybe just a little over half. Been working away. Whoop. Would help if I put the seed drill down. There we go. Going along quite smoothly. Very nice. I just love the class equipment. I'm just a classy kind of guy. I know, that was corny. So I figured I'd do a couple more passes up and down here, and then I would check back in with you once I start doing the headlands. Field work is pretty much my favorite thing to do in Farming Simulator. Although I do like taking care of the animals and stuff. I think one of my least favorite jobs is shoveling silage. So I usually do that with a conveyor belt. I set up a little conveyor belt system and I get it into the hoppers that way. And you'll see that on future episodes of Thornton and Gelvin Valley. I think it works out quite well. Okay, let's get our marker where it should be. And hopefully I left myself enough room to turn around. There we go. Go. And make sure we're lined up. And our marker is out. And down we go. There we go. All right. Put our marker back. And I think we'll leave the marker in for now because I want to touch up that. Well, actually, I can get that spot when we do the headland. So I'll leave that. Let's see. It's going to get a little tricky on the turning now. Might have to do a backup. Yeah, just a little one. I like to overlap a little bit, just to make sure. All right, we don't want to go through the bushes. Let's see how that works out. Let's see what marker we have there. Okay, good. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. And we're golden. Excellent. Okay, so I will check back in with you once I finish this area up, and we'll go once around the headlands together, and we'll do some spraying and harvesting. So see you in a few. Alrighty, so here we are. Now, I know I said I was going to check back with you when I was going to go around the head and foot of the field, but I got a little bit of a brainstorm idea, and I kind of got lost in the moment, and before you know it, I was done. So basically what I did was I switched over to grass, and I just increased the size of the perimeters of the field. So the head and the foot and the sides. So that way it won't be so much of a struggle planting in the future. And this is a pretty big field, so I really didn't lose that much. But I think it's going to make things a little bit more pleasant. So I figured I'd take you around with me a couple of times here. Maybe the whole thing if it goes fast enough. And I'll show you a little bit better about what I did here. So let's go ahead and turn her on and get rolling. Let's see what the reach is on this. Pretty good. Let's see, we can probably go out a little further. Yes, as you see, this is great too if you're silaging, and you know, when you're doing your first run, you know, you could put the silage harvester on follow me and then ride alongside on the grass with your first pass instead of riding behind him or hooking up a trailer to the back of the silage harvester for the first run. So yeah, I think it's going to work out very well. Let me go ahead and do a little Alt-H here and get all that bric-a-brac off the screen for you. And yes, I wasn't paying attention while I was blabbing, so I should have gone up and down and then come around at the end. So I have to apologize again, Andre. You're going to have to slap my knuckles with a wooden spoon here. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of showing you what I did with the grass. Oh well. It'll work out good when we start to harvest here. And I did put a placeable heap over in the corner of the field, and I'll deposit the rye there, and then, you know, later or afterwards I can always bring it down to the silo. All right. So I think I'll go ahead and jump out now, and I'll get this finished, and then I'll come back with you when I have the harvester all set up and we're ready to rock and roll. So I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, so here we are. So finished the spraying, obviously, and grew the rye. So yeah, this is pretty nice. It's a little different, you know, something different. So this will be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our Class Mega 218 Dominator. Get him started up. And this is where this increased headland over here is really going to come in handy, because now we don't have to destroy the crops to put our header on. We won't have this little tiny strip of grass to try to maneuver on, which, you know, wouldn't have worked. Let's do this from inside here. There we go. Ooh, it's got like a sun tint on the windows. It's nice. Like polarized. All right. Steady and slow wins the race. There we go. Okay. So once I get up ahead of the tractor a little bit, then I'll get our friend started up. There we go. Put our pipe out now, that way I won't forget after. Okay. So let's see, I think that's enough room to get behind. Maybe a little more. Because to start the offset, it actually has to start out dead behind you. Otherwise, he's gonna go crazy. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and jump out. Thank you. Looks like I missed a little bit. Shame on me. There we go. Take off our parking brake. Try not to run that over, I'll get it later. Okay. Right control, F. There we go. Yeah, see, there's a sputtering. This doesn't happen with the other harvesters that I've encountered in the past, so I'm thinking it might be this guy, this harvester, that it doesn't like something with that trailer, because you can tell inside that terrible sound, that sputtering noise. So let's see here. Let's see if we can get him away from us a little bit. 6.5. Let's do an offset of 7. Give him a little distance and see if that'll help. Let him find his way here. There he goes. It's when he's trying to match our speed, you know? See, he kind of starts and stops a little bit. And it does it, you know, no matter what harvester I use, but I've never saw this dancing menu and the sputtering sound before. So that's new and different. I'm almost tempted to go and get another harvester and see if that works. Let's see. Let's just get around here. Yeah, see, there's times when he's perfectly matched with us and it doesn't happen, and then he kind of falls out of sync. Unfortunately, you can offset left or right in half increments, but forwards, ahead, or behind is in full increments. So what I mean is you can go from like 6 to 6.5 to 7 from left to right. But if you want to adjust him to be further ahead or farther behind, for example, you know, you can go from 10 to 11, or you can go from 10 to 9. You can't go a half increment. So it would be nice to have some more fine-tuning controls with the Follow Me mod. Okay. Let's see how he does. I'm going to do this turn. Go ahead and let that empty. Come on. There we go. Let's look. Did I miss much? No, I did pretty good. Okay. Let's see what happens if I set my cruise control to 6. About 5. That kind of works. No, thought I had the sweet spot. All right. Let that empty. And I think I'll go around, you know, maybe once or twice more and then start going up and down. So what I'll do with you is I'll jump cut from here and I'll join back up with you when I get about halfway down the field, halfway done. So I'll see you in a second. All right, well, I'm almost done. I got about 2, maybe 3 more passes to do. I did wind up switching the harvesters out, the Class Mega for the Lexion 600, because of that little sound problem there when you were in cab. So, and not having the problem with this one. So the other harvester, the Class Mega, is a great harvester, but I think they don't play very nice as far as the sound goes. So yeah, so actually before we make this other pass, let me go ahead and I'm going to empty this out. All right, 96%. So when we get back in the harvester, I'll show you a neat trick. that you can do with the driver control mod if you haven't discovered it yet. When you're using the class Lexion harvester mod, it has a feature that the header will clog when you're going through the crops if you're driving too fast, and you have to adjust your speed according to how dense the crop is. So obviously a more dense crop will put more demand on the header, and you can actually jam the header, and then you got to get out and you got to clear the header. I think you push button 5 to clear the header, but it'll tell you in your menu. Oops. But anyway, if you use the throttle limiter in the drive control mod, and if you look down on the black box on the right hand corner of the screen where the speedometer is, the lower left side you'll see, and the right side you'll see two numbers. They both say 100% in this tractor, but the one on the left, that's the throttle limiter, and basically if you lower that number down, when you push down the gas, it's like an engine governor. It'll only permit you to go so fast. So I usually limit it down to about, this harvester doesn't like to go through this crop more than 4 or 5 miles an hour. So I try to limit it down to 4 miles an hour. So now what you'll see now is, you don't want to be, see, I have it at 56%, and my foot's all the way down on the gas pedal, so I've tweaked it to where it'll only go 4 miles an hour. Whoa, see, I knew he would go crazy. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. Let's stop him and do that again. Yeah, he's angry about something, I don't know. I didn't cut his pay. But I just might. Let me fix this and then we'll get back to that conversation here. Hold on one second here. All right. Let's get him back on track. Okay, so as you see, foot's all the way down. I'm going about 5 miles an hour. And you see the little triangle beeping, which is telling me that it could jam. So I can actually further tweak this down. Now to lower it, you hold the shift button and you push the down arrow on your keyboard, wherever your down arrows are. And now to do, if you wanted to do the gear limiter, which is on the right with the little gear settings, you just hold the shift button and do your left and right arrows. So we're going to push this down. So shift button and down. You see it's going, it was here, it's 54. We'll bring it down to 51 and see if that helps out. Now, obviously, when you lift the header and you're turning around, you don't want to be going 4 miles an hour. So you can trick it. I set my cruise control to 8 miles per hour. So after I lift my header and I go to get into position, when I do my swing around, I turn on my cruise control, and that'll get me there faster. Then just shut it off, and I'm back to my limiter. So for the most part, the offset setting on the follow me works very well. Take my Alt key off so I can move. And it does get a little quirky now and then, but for the most part it works out very well. I have not used courseplay. I've seen others do courseplay. It looks awfully complicated. And from what I understand from some YouTubers, I really don't know if that's the case. I'm sure there's a lot of variable factors, like, you know, what kind of mods you have, particular maps, whatever. But it seems like at times it can cause more conflicts and trouble than it's worth. I don't know. All right. So as you see, you know, always, that's just a characteristic with Follow Me. He's going to do the little start and stop trick. But at least we're not hearing that crazy sound. Makes driving in cab a lot more pleasant. We might be able to get this. Don't misbehave now. Might be able to get all this in one shot. Maybe until we get up where that little bend is. I think, if it's okay with you, we might actually even get one more episode out of this, because we can come back and do the windrowing and the baling of the field. All right, let's take a peek outside. Yeah, we got a little touching up to do. So let's go ahead and lift our... Oh, I jumped out of the vehicle. That's... makes me look very smart. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on our cruise control. And he'll swing around like gangbusters. Okay? All right. We'll get this, go down and get that, a little of this, a little of that, and then we'll come back up and get that straggler. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our pipe in. We'll shut it down. And now we can put our gear limiter back up to 100%. So that's the shift button and the up arrow. Just hold it and zip it right back up there. Okay. Now we're back to full speed. Let's see, right about here. This can be a little persnickety, but it's really... When I use the header trailer, every time I come back into the map, the header's on the floor. So, there we go. This is no fuss, no muss. All right. Yeah, so next time we can actually windrow and bale this up, and we can go and sell the rye and see how much it's worth. And our parking brake. There we go. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And as always, I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. And I wish you well, and I will talk to you again very soon. So, thanks for watching, and bye for now.